be a fantastic achievement, not conceding a goal in the qualifying campaign. Awful conditions, by the way, at Wembley this evening. Is actually chucking it down, but then the English are very, very used up. Intrigued to see how Newcastle to impress. That's a really good midfield three at the moment. Anderson at the base, that allowed Declan Rice to push a bit further forwards, link up Morgan Rogers, and again Rashford with Anthony Gordon now injured, looking to make that real statement. Bukayo Saka, again, he'll be looking to do his thing with Harry Kane. I think you look at Saka and Kane, almost two guarantees really to start next year's World Cup, as long as they are fit. Reece James, of course, scored a terrific free kick at Wembley not so long ago. How we'd love to produce that again this evening. So England to kick us off here, a very rainy Wembley, shooting from right to left. Serbia looking to keep their hopes of finishing second alive. Yeah, it's a real tough task ahead of them as Declan Rice gets it underway here at Wembley. Plays back for Jordan Pickford, who launched it towards the right-hand side. Had a well one there from Milenkovic. Now Konsa takes on his chest just behind halfway. Goes square into the feet of John Stones. Stones returns it to Konsa. James wants it just a few yards over halfway. Laid into the feet of Reece James. James now rolls it back into his own half. Gives it to Konsa once more. Now it's to Pickford in the D in his all-yellow kit. Again, Pickford now just walking the ball about 5-6 yards forwards. Now a bit further as well. Jordan Pickford. Pickford now heading towards the centre circle. And now launches it towards Saka on the right. Saka defeated in the air by Terzic. And that will be a throw for England about midway in the Serbia half, just approaching the first minute. Again, Thomas Tuchel nice and wrapped up, hood up, and now England throw it backwards on the right-hand side. Konsa rolls it to Pickford. Inside of D, Rice wants it just in front of Pickford, but instead goes square to Stones. Stones now can bring it out the back line. To his left to O'Reilly. Again, back for John Stones. Just in front of him to Anderson. Stones on the ball again. Just over a minute played. Stones out right footer. Rolls it to O'Reilly. Nico O'Reilly lays it back for Declan Rice. And shortens the feet of Stones. Now moved across the back line to Konsa. Bringing it towards halfway. Konsa now. Nice flick forward to Kane on the inside right. But Serbia get control of the ball. Terzic under pressure. That three white shirts around. A good inception there from Reece James from that pass. James now plays it back for Konsa. First time for Anderson. Anderson being pressed here from Kostic, but Anderson holds his own under pressure. O'Reilly goes into a central position in England half to play that back for Pickford, and England can start again from the back. Konsa again rolls short and in front of him to Anderson. Anderson now. James first time to Anderson on the half turn. Anderson plays it back 5-6 yards right footed to Konsa. Square for Stones. 2 minutes gone. England in control possession. Again, Elliot Anderson, a few yards behind the centre circle. Lays it off to Konsa. Konsa over halfway for James. Now James midway in the Serbia half. Again, Serbia in all blue tonight. Now infield for Anderson. England still just inside the Serbia half. Now playing to the feet of Saka. Gets it under control. Links out with Anderson. And Anderson already getting a lot of touches, topping a lot of Premier League midfield stats this season. Elliot Anderson. Here is John Stones. And now Stones goes short to Declan Rice. Anderson wants it short. So they go short, but to Nico O'Reilly. It is Anderson now for Stones. Now a bit of space for James to play it over halfway. Good sliding interception there for Kostic. And a foul there in midfield by Anderson. It was a nice turn from Ivan Ilic, and just sharply turned away from Elliot Anderson. Forced the foul from the England midfielder. Velko Paunovic taking no shortage of time to spell out his instructions on the sidelines. Opening game with Serbia boss, and now Serbia play the free kick back to Milenkovic. Here is Rakovic. Now it's a long from Milenkovic. Looks over the top here on the right side to Vlahovic. Now Vlahovic into the box, tight angle. Vlahovic is cross-blocked there by Ezri Konsa. Nice inviting ball over the top. It was Milenkovic who drilled it. Vlahovic on halfway. Had the run on Ezri Konsa. And then Konsa just managed to catch up with him again. It was a tight angle of Vlahovic. Right side of the box, just by the byline. Tried to get a cross in. I don't think anyone was in the middle. Konsa came across and blocked it. And it is a corner kick for Zivkovic to take on the right-hand side for Serbia. But that's what Serbia needs to try and do, get it over the top. Try and get this run to Vlahovic. So Zivkovic whips the corner into the in-swear, headed away at the near post and Konta. And that's out for another corner kick for Serbia. It's a nice little period for Serbia now. Trying to get some pressure on, just over 4 minutes played it at Wembley. England 0, Serbia 0, and the rain is still coming down there. It's been coming down for hours now in the English capital. So again, can this be a better corner from Zivkovic? About to take the corner, but hesitated, and then the reason he hesitates, the referee's blown his whistle. Bit of push and shoving going on the box in the 2 number 4s on the pitch. Declan Rice and Nikola Milenkovic. Yeah, a bit of shirt pulling there. Started from Milenkovic, and then Rice had a little tug at his shirt as well. So just a warning from the referee, Ivan Kruzliak. Now it's a short corner kick for Serbia, and Zivkovic goes to the cross towards the back post. Heavy one. Bounces away from Milenkovic. He'll get to it just about on the byline. Milenkovic keeps it. Now it's a cross in from Terzic, blocked. And that will be a throw for Serbia, midway inside the England half. Well blocked from Bukayo Saka. And Alexa Terzic to whip that one in first time. So Terzic will take the throw. About midway inside the England half. Terzic throws it back into the feet of Pavlovic. Now Pavlovic left-footed, long from Rakovic. And Rakovic, that direct ball straight through everyone. And back to Jordan Pickford. Now short to John Stones. Stones again heading towards the halfway line. Stops the ball with his left foot. Now here's O'Reilly. Right on the halfway line, short forward ball to Rashford, hits it off of Zivkovic. And that will be an England throw just beyond the halfway line on the left. 6 minutes gone here at Wembley. England 0, Serbia 0. Anderson asking for it off O'Reilly. Back through O'Reilly, now release it to Rice, back for O'Reilly. Stones, first time and square for Jordan Pickford. Now Pickford just taking it to the D. Square for Ezri Konsa. And now Konsa, right in the middle of the England half, square for Stones. And now Rashford calling for it. Rashford receives it just over halfway. And now Rashford looks to whip it over the top, too far in front of Declan Rice, headed away from Milenkovic. Controlled the midfield, and then given away from Ilic. Good pressure there from Kane. Likes to drop deep as usual. Kane's pass cleared away from Sasa Lukic. Now here's James. 2 yards behind halfway, just behind him for Konsa. Once more is Reece James. James now and rolls it about 3 yards forwards. There's a nice ball inside from Rodgers to Anderson. Anderson balling behind for Saka. Great interception there from Terzic, just to prod it back in the end to Rakovic. And Rakovic goes long towards left-hand side. So a little flick on for Kostic. Vlahovic trying to hold off Reece James and does win the throw for Serbia. Good battle there, Tina. Vlahovic and James just going for Reece James, left knee on the halfway line. And Serbia throw it back to Pavlovic. Now Goodell, first time to Rakovic. Here is Pavlovic. Pavlovic now flicked on from Kostic. Rolls there for Vlahovic. Lose out against Konsa, pressing high. Konsa now to Rodgers, midway in the Serbia half. Prods it back for Konsa on England's right. Now just behind halfway is Reece James in possession. Plays it in the centre circle for Stones. Rice almost standing on his toes, asking for it. Now Stones guides it very short for Anderson, right at the halfway line. About 5 yards forward for James, returns it infield for Anderson. Anderson now back in the centre circle for John Stones. 8 minutes played, no real serious chances in that time. And now Stones picks out Rashford, just about in the attacking third. Rashford though being slowed down with a wall of Serbia players, but now Serbia under pressure. Rashford gets beyond this man, cleared away from Milenkovic though. Now Serbia look for Vlahovic, but it's a heavy pass in the end for Milic. And it's back in the centre circle with Konsa again. Zivkovic has beaten these there by Rashford a moment ago, and it's a heavy pass there from Ezri Konsa, trying to pick out Bukayo Saka. And that will be a throw-in for Serbia. And Alexa Terzic to take midway in the Serbia half. So Terzic just looking at his options. Goes it back to Pavlovic, and now Rakovic goes square to Milenkovic. And Serbia just in their area here with Goodell. And now Goodell just plays it to his left to Pavlovic. And now again, here's Goodell. Serbia building slowly in the centre circle. First time from Lukic again. Manja Goodell. Now just pass it to his right to Milenkovic. Again, Lukic just rolls it back to Goodell. Now Pavlovic, a good pressure here from England. Now Serbia in possession with Goodell. In the pivot in that Serbia midfield. Now it's back with Rakovic. And Rakovic just maybe looking to go long here. Again, England blocking off all these short options. Rakovic now clips it towards the centre circle. Header easily won there by John Stones. Rashford chasing down the bounce ball. Rashford, that's really nice skill there from Mimovic to turn away. And Krishna back from Lukic to Milenkovic. Now short from Pavlovic. Here for Terzic. Under pressure by Saka. Terzic down left hand side. Will it bounce towards Vlahovic? And James just about beats Vlahovic to ball. Kostic pressing. And James released it back to Pickford just outside his box. And just over 10 minutes gone at Wembley. England 0, Serbia 0. No serious chances created so far. Anderson, nice balance on the ball to hold off Kostic. Now Rodgers a few yards behind halfway, with Lukic all over the back of him. Now Saka to Rodgers. England looking to get down the right. Now Rodgers goes to the diagonal ball. Finds Rashford inside left. Just edge of the box. He has runners beside him. Rashford now cuts in. Just slowed himself down just behind the D. Rashford. Now square for James. Short hit. It's a first time low cross from Rodgers. Headed down to the ground and then caught there by Rakovic. It was Pavlovic who met it with his head at the near post. Headed down to the ground. And then nicely caught by Rakovic. And the ball bounced towards him. Great link up though between Rodgers and Saka. Rodgers played it in between Terzic and Lukic. And then off went England down the right. Rodgers tried to set away Rashford. Serbia clear it long off their throw. Pavlovic now. Vlahovic and Konsa tussling with each other. Vlahovic is screaming to the referee that his shirt was being held there by Ezri Konsa. Nothing given. As the rain is coming down even more heavy here at Wembley. Stones just over halfway. Right footed. Now Rashford halfway in Serbia territory. Back now to Anderson. Despite a centre circle to the left bit. Plays it through it to Konsa. And now here's England with Reece James. Saka, James, that's great skill for Saka to put through legs of Ilic. Now Saka whips it towards the left. Rashford kills the ball, Stone Den, cuts in. Rashford now edge of the box, sets it up for Anderson. Anderson shifts onto his right foot. Anderson's shot blocked. Bounce here towards Vlahovic, a sliding challenge from Stones. Lovely touch from Rodgers inside the D. Tries to slide through for Saka, cleared only as far as Rodgers. And that pass towards Kane in the box was just a bit too far in behind Harry Kane from Morgan Rodgers. Good there from England though. Anderson had a shot blocked there. It's a great tackle from Stones. Lovely touch from Rodgers just behind the D. Couldn't set away Saka and then couldn't even find Harry Kane. At least the pass to Saka was accurate and it wasn't for Pavlovic. Saka would have controlled it. Where's the one to Harry Kane in behind it. But again, Morgan Rodgers though looking lively these last couple of minutes. Just approaching the 13th minute here at Wembley Stadium. England 0, Serbia 0. Very relaxed atmosphere with England guaranteed being through. Serbia fighting with Albania for that second spot. We'll see how it all ends up. At the end of the evening, Anderson heads up in the air. The goal kick. Rodgers lays off to Saka on halfway, facing his own half and back for James. That's with Pickford. Stones asking for it. That's it now. Rice just deepest between him and Anderson at the moment. Now Rice. We try and carry the ball forwards against Serbia in a tight shape. Goes square for John Stones. Stones now right-footed. England just behind the centre circle. It's the two midfielders. Now Rice, Anderson link up. Anderson out to the right to James. James looks in field to Rodgers. Good interception there by Lukic. Serbia managed to get themselves a free kick. His heavy pass played by Kostic, but Kostic looked to be barged into by Reece James. So free kick for Serbia. Yeah, James, just barged into Kostic. That, without doubt, as a free kick. And Kostic now just looking to get back to his feet. Out back to his feet. Hello, Slovakian referee Ivan Kruzliak. So free kick for Strajina Pavlovic to take. Serbia be content with the way they played, and it's just first at 14.5 minutes. Now it's clipped forwards by Rakovic, head away from Rice, hooked up in the air now from Goodell. Anderson wins the header, now just bounce off Harry Kane. It's a foul though from Elliot Anderson, climbing to win the header just a second ago. Just kind of above Sasa Lukic, so free kick for Serbia. England have had a couple of moments come forwards without testing Predrag Rakovic so far. Again, only a quarter now played at Wembley, so yeah, lots of time to go. So it's a short free kick from Serbia. Pavlovic carries it over halfway, looking for Terzic, poked clear though from Saka, but it will be a throw for Serbia. Terzic to take, just over 10 yards in the England half. So Alexa Terzic looking to see what is around him. Terzic throws it down the left, knocked away from James. Saka controls just in front of him now. James to Anderson, but the ball had gone out of play when James just lightly cleared it to the path of Saka. So Serbia throw, just about the attacking third for Terzic to take. So I think he'll be going long with this one. Alexa Terzic from the far side. In England get themselves well organised. They're ready for this long throw to come in, and Terzic now fizzes it in. Well, split up in the air now. Vlahovic looks to win the header, cleared away from James and knocked over the bar. And actually I think it was a foul anyway from Vlahovic, but it was Ivan Ilic leaning back, hit it left-footed, went well over. It was a foul anyway from Vlahovic, so there's a free kick for Jordan Pickford to take. And not really any huge moments. 16.5 minutes here at Wembley. Another game going on. Albania, Albania goalless in that one. The first 17 minutes there. So short goal kick to John Stones. That's his left to Rice. England still deep inside the half. That's with Stones. Stones across for Conte. Serbia trying to press high. That's given to Reece James. And James look down the right hand side. James now looks at the crossfield ball. That's a brilliant ball from James. Trapped on the chest of Rashford. Oh, just gets away from Marcus Rashford. Just cannoned off his chest. And out for a Serbia throw, but Rashford puts the thumbs up towards James. Really good idea there from Reece James, just to spread the play and try and move Serbia around. So on end, Mimovic with a throw. Just a back to him by Zivkovic. Now Mimovic back on the right hand side and just about getting play from Rakovic to clear it away. O'Reilly heads in field, now Anderson. Under real pressure, Anderson shrugs off Goodell with ease there. And now Saka turns on the inside right. Short for James. Saka continues to run. James slits, but just about reserves it. Away in the Serbia half. Behind him for Anderson. Now back into the centre circle to Conte. With the cross to Stones, right at the halfway line. Stones left-footed. Guides it on the left for Rashford. Now Rashford looks forwards on that inside left for Kane. Swerves and pings it out to Saka. Edge of the box. Now inside at Saka. Can he cut in? Hit a trademark Saka strike. Well, he did hit it, but it wasn't trademark Saka, I'm afraid. It was Rashford fizzed it into the feet of Kane. Turned, placed it out to the right-hand side. Saka cut in into the penalty area, but yeah, leaning back, we took that on left-footed in his lime green boots. Well over the bar into the England supporters. But again, good build-up play from England. It's what Thomas Tuchel wants to be seeing. Now Pavlovic links up with his goalkeeper from the short goal kick, and then Terzic pulls down the left, just deflects off Bukayo Saka. And out for a Serbia throw for Alexa Terzic to take. The age of Anthony Barry and Thomas Tuchel just in discussion at the moment on the bench. Next to Terzic, short throw now. Pavlovic lifts up in the air. Anderson's header. Flicked on the right from Saka. Cleared away from Pavlovic on the volley. Cushion header from Ilic, but now Anderson has it. Anderson turns. That's in the centre circle here. Now just over halfway. Stones on the ball. Rolls it to his Man City teammate O'Reilly. Now to deflected pass from O'Reilly. Just reaches Stones. It did just come off Zivkovic. Back with Pickford. And now Anderson. To his right to Konsa. Moves it forwards first time to James. Back to Konsa. Now Konsa, right-footed. Here's Jordan Pickford. And Stones just beside him, wants it, but Pickford instead turns and goes to the right and halfway to James. Short forward roll pass for Saka. Against Serbia, have everyone back. It's with Reece James, now just by the centre circle in England half is Konsa. Rice, first time inside the centre circle to Anderson, back for Konsa. Now he plays that first time right footed to James, in field from Saka. Cleared though from Goodell. Out to crossfield ball from Anderson. About 30 yards to O'Reilly. On the inside left, O'Reilly swings in. Flicked away from Terzic. Edge of the box, there's a cushion header from James. Out to his right to Saka. Back for Anderson. Anderson delivers towards Rashford. Easily headed away though from Mimovic. And now Kane into the box. Still Kane trying to keep hold of it. Clear from Terzic. Only as far as James. Serbia boxed in. 20.5 minutes gone. England 0, Serbia 0. Rice now. Into the feet of Konsa. Now England just about the attacking third to James. And field for Anderson. Anderson looks at Saka. Lovely line breaking pass to Saka in the box. Saka chips it towards the runner Rodgers. And it's out for a corner kick. Rodgers tried to flick it with his right heel. It's the cross and Saka was a bit in behind, but actually came off the knee of Goodell in the end. Also the cross took a deflection off Terzic. So it came off two Serbian players. It's a corner for England on the right hand side. What a pass that was from Anderson to again play it through Serbia into the feet of Saka. He's got a corner kick out of it, Bukayo Saka. So again, England now prepared for the corner to come in. There'll be a few late runners into penalty. It's a low one from Declan Rice, easily cleared from Terzic. Out on the right with Saka. Saka, 25 yards and goal. Now just in front of him to Rice. It's the feet of Anderson. Square for Saka. Now Anderson making runs the box. Saka's pass takes deflection. Rodgers can't control. And that's Terzic winning the throat. It's just on the stretch. Poking it off of Declan Rice. A little bit of respite for Serbia. So looks at Terzic to take the throw in. And just give him the ball. Quick clean before it's released. I think both sets of players going for a drinks break. Jordan Pickford's gone down. Don't know if there's anything tactical from Jordan Pickford. He actually does have an issue. So again, if it's nothing serious for Pickford, referee just coming to see how he is. Certainly Thomas Tuchel, whether it's intentional or not, we want that chat with his players. Probably not best pleased what he's seen so far. There's been a couple of passing moves from England that have been promising, but overall pretty quiet. First 23 minutes from Thomas Tuchel's side. So Pickford back on his feet. He'd probably be one day, probably was tactical from England to ask Pickford to go down. And Pickford easily back on his feet. And Anthony Barry just talking with Saka and Kane. And Thomas Tuchel just says something to Ezri Konsa as well, and just chatting with Reece James. So again, England be hoping they can try and get going this first half, but a good job from Serbia in the first 23 minutes. Andorra Albania is goalless at the moment. Reminder, if Andorra, if Albania can beat Andorra and Serbia lose, there is no way back for Serbia. So a throw for Serbia to take. Terzic releases it. Vlahovic can't flick on. Kostic tries to, but bounces to Stones. The right flip forward, bouncing down the right. Kane trying to get to it, but Pavlovic there first. Pavlovic on the bounce. Plays up in the air, right-footed. Headed down from Anderson. Saka holds it up. Now he's dispossessed. And Serbia with Ilic. Ilic just get it over halfway, but the pass is too heavy to try and get Zivkovic in behind. It's back now with Pickford. Here's Konsa, which plays it short for Anderson. Anderson, square right-footed pass to Stones. Now Stones just by the centre circle. Again, Serbia in a nice shape. It's going to be tough for England to try and break them down. O'Reilly. Now Rashford, nice dummy. England on the left here with Rice and Filfer. Rashford a chance here. Rashford shot on target straight to Rakovic. That was much better for England. I was thinking they were going to try and struggle to break them down, the slow pace where England were building up, but then they quickened it up on the left. O'Reilly was dummy from Rashford, the O'Reilly pass. Then Rice back in the box to Rashford, and Rashford just curled it straight to the goalkeeper. That's much better from England. Now Vlahovic trying to hold the ball up on the right for Serbia. Does do that. Now Zivkovic lifts over the top, down the right, collected here from Ivan Ilic. Ilic onside. Now Goodell out here for Andrija Zivkovic. Now Zivkovic gets the cross in, headed away from Konsa. Dive towards that one, then cleared further on from Saka. Bounces back from Milenkovic. Now Milenkovic gets the call to leave it by Mimovic, and now it's with Rakovic outside his box. Pavlovic, and now backwards into the feet of Rakovic by Lukic. It is Rakovic just looking at his best options. Coming up to the 26th minute here at Wembley. England 0, Serbia 0. Good shot from Rashford. Couple minutes to go. So from the deep, Rakovic out towards the left, and Reece James just knows to lead that one. That was always bouncing away from Filip Kostic on the far side. But yeah, overall a quiet first 26 minutes here at Wembley between England and Serbia. James throws it back to Konsa. Here's Pickford just outside his box. Now Stones midway inside the England half. Stones right footed over halfway for O'Reilly. O'Reilly now hits that off of Mimovic for a throw for England, and it is O'Reilly to release the throw here midway inside the Serbia half. O'Reilly throws it over Kane. So now Anderson just about stretches to play to Konsa in the centre. Konsa being pressed from Kostic. Now Pickford through the centre. Nice half turn from Kane. And now Kane, that's a really nice pass there out to the right to Saka, edge of the box. Saka now taking on Terzic. Saka skips inside. Saka goes to shot, blocked from Pavlovic, and now Anderson collects it on the far side. A push there from Pavlovic on Anderson, and that will be a free kick for England on the far side. And there's not really any need for a push there from Pavlovic. And he blocked the Saka shot. Just got a bit excited maybe. Charging out towards the left-hand side. So there's a free kick for Declan Rice to take on the right-hand side. And could this be the moment England get the breakthrough? Approaching the 28th minute. So Declan Rice, right-footed, free kick in, punched away, only spotted O'Reilly. O'Reilly's shot blocked, falls to Saka. Saka's volley, oh, it's beautifully finished for Bukayo Saka. And England do get the breakthrough from the free kick. O'Reilly's shot blocked, and it just fell perfectly for Bukayo Saka. Right side of the penalty area, just a pass home. In step his left foot. That was such a cool finish there from Bukayo Saka. And Bukayo Saka just gets better and better with the three lines patch on his chest. Well, Rice's initial free kick was pretty poor. Again, O'Reilly's eyes lit up. His shot blocked, but just that finish on Saka was absolutely perfect. That was the moment of quality that not just England needed, this game in general. Now that is superb technique. That's how to finish on the volley. He made it look easy, but I'll tell you what, nowhere near as easy as it looked. But yeah, Saka, play of his quality. He's just got moments like that in the locker. Yeah, Thomas Tuchel and Anthony Barish's embrace, and Yeah, England now got themselves going at Wembley this evening, looking to keep up their 100% record in the penultimate game. Last qualifying match at Wembley. And now Serbia get themselves back on the way. Huge chance for Albania to secure that second place then tonight. Rakovic goes long. O'Reilly just pushed it down front of halfway, and Anderson foul referee ways play on. Rice hits it forwards, but now the referee's pulled it back for a free kick to England. Anderson was clearly tricked, but finish from Saka absolutely outstanding. So now England just a bit more relaxed. Always tough to try and get that first goal against the low block sides. So Rice short for Anderson, who won the free kick. Here's Stones on the centre spot. Short to his right side to Konta. Rolls it just over halfway for James. Back for Ezri Konta against Serbia, trying to push up the pitch. Here's Jordan Pickford. Pickford now in the deep. Pickford has plenty of passing options on. Goes for Harry Kane in the middle of the England half. And now Anderson, first time here for James. Now space open up here. Rodgers on the inside right. Tries to play Saka in behind, but that's well read there from Terzic. Half hour gone, England 1, Serbia 0. As Ivkovic under pressure. Just in front of his area now. Rashford looks to win it back, but it's a push on Andrija Ivkovic, according to the referee. Again, Rashford deep, unhappy about that one. Has been given. As a Serbian free kick, they've been mighty relieved to that. Well, Ivkovic in particular, mightily relieved about that. Vidal takes the free kick back to his goalkeeper, Hadrag Rakovic. Now again, England pressing high. Anderson leading it on Lukic, back to Rakovic to clear. Kostic gets under control in front of Konsta, and then Jane steps in, pinches the ball, and just having a few rolls the ball under his right boot, and he gives it to Stones. Here's Pickford, just inside his box. Now Rice receives it, facing Pickford. Back for Jordan Pickford, first time for the England goalkeeper. Here's Nico O'Reilly, again, just so calm on his England debut. That's the type of character Nico O'Reilly is. That's why, again, Pep Guardiola thinks so highly of him. Here's Kane now. Crossfield ball and finds James in space. Trapped on his chest. Down the right for Saka to chase. And Pavlovic tries to get the first. Good work there from Saka, just nudging into Pavlovic, holding his own there. Bit of a mismatch in size, but Saka, yeah, holding his own well. Knocking Pavlovic off balance, and for England, that low centre of gravity that Saka has, he can cause the bigger players problems. Now Stones receives the throw. Here's Rashford. Back to the feet of Stones. Lets it run across him. Stones, a couple of yards in front of the halfway line. Now Anderson, right in the middle to receive it. Anderson pops it off to the left-hand side. England in the attacking third. O'Reilly now. Nico O'Reilly rolls it back right-footed for Rice. And now is Elliot Anderson through the centre circle to Konta. James, again, tight space to try and find that forward pass that goes sideways to Anderson. Again to James, Konta, Rice in the centre circle. Now Rice, again, just calmly plays it to Stones. Stones about 7 yards forward, so Rashford looks over the top towards Rice, headed down to the ground from Milenkovic. Zivkovic beaten to it from O'Reilly. Now Rashford inside for Kane, faced away from goal, 25 yards from the target. Kane can't pick up Rodgers. Now cleared away from Terzic, squared it from Vlahovic, and it's with England with O'Reilly. Now Stones, O'Reilly has it back on halfway. Taps it to Rice. Anderson just by the centre circle, Elliot Anderson. Now right-footed from Konta. England with 62% of possession, controlling this game. And they lead by a goal to nil through Bukayo Saka. Now Anderson, first time for Rodgers. Lays it off to Saka midway in the Serbia half. Anderson just has Saka to play back for James. That's exactly what he does. Stones now by the centre circle. Stones right-footed, placed nicely here for O'Reilly. Can you maybe send a cross in? O'Reilly now on the outside to Kovic. Rashford puts it through legs on Mimovic. That's great work there from Pavlovic to get across. Terrific skill though from Rashford, just tucked it through the legs of Oya Mimovic. Cleared away from Pavlovic, and now it is Stones. Gaines back in the centre circle. It's the feet off Konta. And now Pickford just outside his box. Goes in front of him to Anderson. Rice by the centre circle again, cross field for Saka. Lovely touch from Saka. Now Saka look inside, just behind him for James, first time for James to Rogers, again back in field for Saka, England, edge of the box. Saka though gives the way to Pavlovic, and now Kostic, surrounded by white shirts. This managed to get his pass off to Pavlovic, pushing towards halfway to centre back now. A turn there for Vlahovic, tries to set away Kostic, but intercepted from Konsa. First time pass back from Saka to Anderson. Rice now to Kane in the centre circle, turns, Kane outside his right boot for Rashford, now back Harry Kane. Kane on the inside left, Kane trying to get on the outside of Milenkovic, still Harry Kane. Kane now, nice attempted cut back, but intercepted now, slip there. Rashford curling strike on target. The slip was an awkward one for Ivan Ilic. He's down, looks hurt here, looks like he's pulled up. Well, actually, he's holding his left knee at the moment. Ilic, this doesn't look a good sign for him at all. So the Serbia medical team are certainly going to have to enter the field of play. And yeah, looking very, very concerning, must say, for Ilic. Cut back from Kane. Again, he's just so good, Harry Kane, the way he can just, without the pace, but the way he just preserves the ball. Just so comfortable. Right to go, Rashford, that curling effort after that Ilic slip. On target, but straight at the goalkeeper. So 10 minutes to go in this first half. England 1, Serbia 0. Andorra 0, Albania 0 at the moment. Again, a reminder, if Albania can get the win there, and they are through into the playoff stages. Yes, certainly a change is going to have to be made here for Serbia. Ilic doesn't look in a good way. Saka just changing his boots. Well, again, I don't know why, because he's produced a brilliant finish in those boots, but only Saka will know that reason. Finish, the technique was absolutely superb from Bukayo Saka. But overall, England haven't been, I would say, anything special this evening, but again, still comfortable on the ball. Had that moment of quality through Saka, and again, Rise looking comfortable on his debut. Again, Anderson, just so good in possession, Elliot Anderson. Yeah, Ilic, issue with his knee. So a shame for him, he's going to have to come off it. Yeah, perhaps the young England fan just standing on his own, twirling his scarf around, trying to create a bit of atmosphere. So there'll be sub on for Ilic shortly, but now a goal kick's taken, headed away from Stones. Comes back to John Stones. Rice under a bit of pressure, being chased down for Sivkovic. And now here is Stones. Picks out Anderson in the area. Now Vlahovic trying to get to Jordan Pickford. Pickford floats out towards the right, stretching towards the ball as James gets his helmet, but can't divert it forwards whilst keeping it in play. So Terzic with the throw back to Pavlovic, and it is Serbia with Goodell. Goodell finds Mimovic. Now Mimovic has to go backwards to Lukic. So Serbia can have to do with 10 men for now. Milenkovic into the feet of Rakovic, the goalkeeper, and Rakovic, long ball out towards the left-hand side. Kostic beats Konsa too. Great strength though for Konsa to win the tackle, and then Anderson wins the ball back. Now Serbia have it again on the left for Kostic, slow ball in, cleared away from Stones. Bounce out for a corner. It was a great tackle from Anderson, then in came Kostic out of absolutely nowhere. Short to low crossing. And Stones on the stretch. Cleared it away for a corner. Well, actually, I was convinced. Actually, no, Ilic's night is over. So, yeah, that is so. Ilic is off. And Alexander Stankovic on this place. Thought for a second Ilic was come back on. But Stankovic now on his place. And Serbia have a corner to attack it. To be taken from the left-hand side through Sasa Lukic. See if Serbia can cause some problems here. Lukic then in spring corner from the left, punched away from Pickford. Edge of the box, a shot from Terzic, and it's one that's well wide of the target. Leaning back there, Alexa Terzic, and hit that off balance, left footed. Well away from the goal. And again, just sums up really the attacking threat that Serbia have carried this first half. He's trying to be a little bit more adventurous. Now they're trailing. Stones starts off the goal kick. Pickford. Anderson first time square. Stones carries out the box. Stones being charged down by Zivkovic. Now Stones turns and goes across for Konsa. Now here's James. Elliot Anderson just behind halfway. Rolls it right footed to Saka. Back for Anderson. Anderson now. It's a beautifully drilled pass. Well, actually, I spoke too soon. Just a bit too high for O'Reilly in the end. But as soon as that left Anderson's foot, that did look a good one, but just dipped a bit too high for Nico O'Reilly. So throw for Serbia to take. Mimovic to Milenkovic. Now Milenkovic whips it right footed, trying to get Vlahovic in behind. He's chasing on the right hand side. It'll bounce John Stones' favour. And now Stones calmly in the 6-yard box to Pickford, just to pass it to Anderson. Anderson being pressed it. And Anderson just about got it back. Actually, I think that came off Lukic last. So that's why Pickford was fine, just to pick it back up. So here is Kane, receives it off Stone. Now Kane over halfway for O'Reilly. O'Reilly now down the inside left, heading towards box. O'Reilly, edge of the area. Now Rashford first time to O'Reilly. O'Reilly's low ball pushed away for a corner kick in the near post. It took a deflection off of Stankovic, and Rakovic down to his right hand side at his near post. Great work there. Predrag Rakovic to make sure that didn't squeeze beyond him. So corner on the left for England to take. So in England, would love to get that second before the break, just getting that bit of extra breathing room to them and Serbia. So Rice in sprint corner towards the back post, headed down to the ground. That was almost number 2. Harry Kane met it. Just couldn't find the target. Brilliant whip there from Declan Rice in swing corner. Kane of all people, free at the back stick. Headed it down to the turf, but just couldn't find the back of the net. And Thomas Tuchel thought that was in for a second, as it did nestle the side net in a bit. So goal kick towards Vlahovic, headed away, and Rodgers holds up. I think it was a push on Vlahovic from Konsa. And the goal kick was taken. Thomas Tuchel, arms out wide, can't believe that's been given as a Serbia free kick just behind halfway. Now Serbia short free kick to Lukic, pings that forward to Mimovic, but again O'Reilly all over the back of him now. Mimovic gives it away to Rashford. Kane turns. Kane by the centre circle. Harry Kane again, really good elegance and balance about him on the ball. Kane now creates space for himself and looks up towards Rashford. Perfectly accurate ball to Rashford. Rashford tries getting behind. Rashford almost kept hold of it. That's a free kick given against Marcus Rashford. Just for a slight nudge on Mimovic. Again, Rashford, bit of heavy first touch and just gave the opportunity for Mimovic actually just to get across him. Did well there, the right back. Well, I could say it's a bit soft free kick to give, but I'd say there was just enough contact from Marcus Rashford for that to be worthy of a Serbia free kick. So Rakovic now free kick towards the centre circle, flicked on from Vlahovic. Now the ball bounces towards Ivkovic. Was there a push there from O'Reilly? There was. O'Reilly actually felt he was pushed first. Declan Rice certainly surprised about that as well. Felt his side should have had a free kick. Kane complaining to the referee. So England feel hard done by them. It's a free kick for Serbia to take. The referee telling Serbia to step back a couple more yards. It's a free kick right in the centre. I'd say pushing 35 yards away from goal this. So either be Livkovic or Zivkovic to hit the Serbia free kick. So it will be Lukic, passed it in the box, and a chance there for Kostic. Good save there from Pickford from a tight angle. Really good idea there for Lukic to pass the free kick. It was a running behind in the box from Kostic. Actually, I think Reece James may have got the final touch, blocking that. Just slid across the face of Pickford. So the naked eye looked like Pickford. I think it was James who blocked it. Corner for Serbia. Zivkovic to take from the right. Zivkovic flat corner headed away from James. Now chance for Terzic to take on the strike. Terzic shot blocked. Rolling the box. Now control from Stones. And just pass it away. Down the right for Saka, back here. And now Rodgers direct for Rashford to try and get behind Rashford. Good strength. Rashford now towards one of Rice. Can Rice get to it? That's good goalkeeping there. For Rakovic, pushed it away, chasing it down now. Rakovic outside his box and clears it down the right-hand side. Flag has gone up against Serbia. What a ball. That was towards Rashford a moment ago where he held it up. Bit too heavy from Rashford towards Rice. And Rakovic came, pushed the ball away. Now England have it on the right-hand side with Saka. 3 minutes of stoppage time this first half. James, outswinging ball. Flick towards goal, just wide. Morgan Rodgers was the one who diverted it towards Rakovic's bottom right-hand corner. Really nice flick there from Rodgers, just wide the target. Predrag Rakovic was full stretch to his right as well. Yeah, nice first time ball and a little flick from Rodgers. So goal kick for Serbia. And Rakovic just over halfway. Flicked on for Vlahovic. Couldn't reach Kostic though. Conta now for Pickford to clear away. So a minute of the 3 minutes of stoppage time play. Square header from Anderson. Nicely cushioned. O'Reilly has it in the middle. Now Rashford, first time over halfway. Rice controls. Returns it to Rashford. Overlapping run of O'Reilly. Still Rashford. Prods it in field for Rice. Turns away. And now slows himself down to give it to O'Reilly. Back on the inside left for Anderson. Minute and a half of the 3 minutes gone. So halfway into first half stoppage time. Hope from Konsa to Anderson. Now it's John Stones. Again, Elliot Anderson. Anderson, right-footed. Midway inside the Serbia half is James. Reece James returns it to Elliot Anderson. And now Morgan Rodgers caught in possession there against Stankovic. And now Zivkovic in the middle of his half. Back here for Goodell. Nice pass there for Goodell. Now Mimovic, and last minute stoppage time. Serbia can come forwards here. Mimovic cross block from Stones. Pickford can't get across to it in time to prevent it from going for a corner kick. Can you imagine this probably will be the last chance for Serbia in this first half. So 40 seconds of first half stoppage time to go. England 1, Serbia 0. What a time it would be for Serbia to draw level going into break and put the pressure on Albania. In Albania, goalless with Andorra at half-time, away from home. So corner in for Zivkovic. Header weight near post from O'Reilly. And now again Zivkovic, midway inside the England half, drills it towards the left-hand side of the box. Heavy touch to us. You know, Pavlovic manages control. I thought it was heavy touch with his chest. Now Anderson has it deep inside his half. 3 minutes are up. Pickford clears, and there goes the half-time whistle at Wembley. A moment of real quality. Bukayo Saka, side-footed volley on the 28th minute has England in front. O'Reilly's shot blocked after Rice's cross punched away. Yeah, what a finish it was from Anson. Pickford hasn't really been tested this first half. England have had some other good passing moves. Rashford had a couple of shots straight of Rakovic. That real quality moment in the first half came with the goal from Saka, where England leads Serbia by 0-0 at half-time.
Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook.
Hello and welcome back here to Wembley. Second half between England and Serbia about to get underway. England leading by a goal to nil. Lovely passed volley from Bukayo Saka on the 28th minute. Really good technique from him. It was a pretty comfortable first half for England. Serbia going to have to really up the threat there to try and overtake Albania in the table. As it stands, Albania goalless. So if Serbia could turn this around second half, huge task to them. Of course, the quality England do have, but Serbia have got up their game and they get the second half underway in all blue. And they go long towards left-hand side. Ball just bouncing here. James has it down for Saka under pressure. Kostic chasing him down. Now back here for Konsa. First time Anderson holding the ball up and just a light push there from Sasa Lukic. And that will be a free kick for England in the first 20 seconds of the second half. So James back for Konsa. And now Pickford just in front of the 6-yard area. Pickford left-footed. Now roll for Stones. Rice, first time for Anderson. Turns and lays it off for Konsa. Here's Elliot Anderson. Square for James. England pretty deep inside their own half. Just knocking the ball about. Heading towards the first minute of the second half. And now long from Pickford towards left-hand side. Well, Rice is chasing down the bouncing ball. Mimovic plays a backwards heavy pass on Mimovic, and Serbia made a real mess. That great work from Rice, though. Did not stop running there and put the pressure on Yen. And Mimovic just played that backwards quickly and overhit that pass to Rakovic. So a corner kick for England to take on the left-hand side. So could this be the perfect start for England in this second half to up that gap on Serbia? 0-0. At the moment, England's favour. Bukayo Saka with that goal. So corner for Declan Rice to take on the left-hand side. Rice will be taking this one as an in-swinger. Again, Rashford maybe trying to get to it near post. Now, with him for Rice towards the back post, flicked away. Was there a foul there from Elliot Anderson? I think there was. Anderson seemed to just collide there into the back of I think it was, seemed to be the number 20. It was Terzic who went down. Wasn't sure if it was Kostic or Terzic. It was Terzic. It's Anderson knocked into the back of him. Terzic feeling a bit sore, but quickly back on his feet, and a free kick for the visitors to take. So Strojnja, Pavlovic to link up short with Rakovic. And now Pavlovic whips it left-footed towards the centre circle. Comes off Vlavic's knee. Now Lukic hits it long on the bounce. A handball given against Vlahovic there. A few expletives behind the referee's back there from Vlahovic. So free kick for England to take. It is Elliot Anderson, has the ball by the centre circle, leaves it for Declan Rice to start off. So Rice goes square for Konsa. James, short for Konsa. Back to Rice in the centre circle. Rice, right-footed, laid about 6 yards to the right-hand side to James. Back in the England half with Konsa. Now just behind the centre circle is John Stones. Anderson trying to create a bit of space himself to receive it. Stones now still in the centre circle, square across halfway for Konsa. Now James joins him, receiving a short pass. Back to Konsa. Konsa now gives it to Stones. One touch to take it over halfway. Stones now. In step is right. It's the feet of Rodgers. Now Rodgers about 40 yards away from goal on the left. Drills it out to Saka. Now level with the penalty area. Infill for James. Now is Elliot Anderson. Just over 25 yards on goal. Back on the inside right for James. Saka now rolls it down that right flank for Rodgers. Turns and plays it backwards for Saka. Saka now in swing cross. Headed away. Nicely controlled there from Terzic. Vlahovic drops deep to receive it. Vlahovic now pokes it to Mimovic, and Mimovic first time too far behind. It was Zivkovic was already on his bike, and Anja Mimovic couldn't set him away. So throw here for England to take on the left. Now it's worked to Anderson just by the centre circle. Anderson gives it to James. Now back here for Konsa. Konsa through the centre circle. Stones now. Stones lays it out for Nico O'Reilly. About 10 yards in the Serbia half. Now Rashford trying to burst down on the left-hand side. I think he's just hit that off Zivkovic. Throw now for O'Reilly to take in England's favour. And Kane back to Stones. Stones now again across halfway. Bounces through the centre circle. Now Konsa. Konsa on the inside right. Just over 40 yards from goal. Anderson. Anderson again looks to his left and gives it to John Stones. Now played out the fence into attack to Rashford. Taking on Zivkovic. Rashford cuts in. Rashford edge of the box. Rashford just behind the D. Rashford strike takes the deflection. The confident England man. I think it may have came off his own teammate. It may have been Harry Kane. And Rashford set himself up for a good strike. Yeah, it was indeed. Came off Harry Kane's pink right boot. So goal kick started off from Pavlovic to Rakovic. Rakovic out to the right hand side where Mimovic plays it back to the goalkeeper. Rakovic, Rodgers lurking close to him, but cleared away from Rakovic, and now drops here for O'Reilly and just cushions it back for Pickford. Here's Anderson. Anderson now looking to his right hand side, bringing it towards the centre circle and plays it into the fence to Konsa. 6 minutes gone in the second half. England 1, Serbia 0. John Stones in possession in the centre circle. Rice joins in. Dummy there from Anderson. Konsa just behind halfway against Declan Rice. First time backwards to Konsa again. And now Anderson in centre circle again. Ezri Konsa on the ball. Rogers now square for Anderson halfway. Just lifts off the ground for Rogers to get to. Rogers now holds it up. Tackle there from Lukic. Rolls loose and James is across the face of Kostic quickly to clear the ball up and now has it in the centre circle. And James, that's a really nice weighted pass for Rashford. Edge of the box. Rashford now, can he get the cross in? Rashford on the byline. Good tackle there from Mimovic and it came back off Rashford as well. Really good defending there, I must say, from Onyen Mimovic. And Rashford thought he'd beaten him there for pace, but Mimovic just got his right foot to the ball, knocked it off of Marcus Rashford. And that is a goal kick to Serbia. Again, for Serbia, it's all about just staying in the game for them. Imagine maybe going for that equaliser. And of course, they need to try and create a little bit more, but I can understand the quality and how that Serbia don't want to push too many men forwards. Short goal kick to Stankovic, and now it is Pavlovic. Pavlovic forward ball, but taking on the chest of Anderson instead of a Serbia teammate, and then pushing the back there on Anderson by Nemanja Gudel. Free kick for England, just over 30 yards out on the inside right. Well won there from Elliot Anderson. Again, beautifully took it on his chest, then pushed on Gudel. So now Rice can take the free kick on the inside right. England, they get that second, just allow them that a bit more freedom their player. Imagine still goalless between Andorra and Albania by the way. As it stands, if Albania were to score, then Serbia would have no chance of getting second place. So free kick, Declan Rice now delivers, headed away, drops here though for Rogers inside the D. Tees off O'Reilly. O'Reilly's shot scuffed wide. They came to O'Reilly quickly, just slashing it with his left boot. Miles wide of the target, but of course let Nico O'Reilly off. It's only his debut and he's had a really sure one overall left back. Short goal kick to Milenkovic, inside pass there from Mimovic. To push down Gudel, looks like there was from Morgan Rogers. And the referee has given a free kick to Serbia. A bit of confusion there. Drew Bellingham, by the way, on the bench this evening. Back in the squad now. Be desperate to come on and make that impression. That was a heavy tackle there for Morgan Rogers on Predrag Rajkovic, and that will be a free kick for Serbia. Well, Rogers said to the referee, never touched him. Let's have a look. Well, there's a little bit of contact, so I wouldn't say he didn't touch him, but yeah, maybe Rajkovic made quite a meal out of it, but he's got the free kick, played short to Lukic. Back to Rajkovic, and Rogers chasing down again. Rajkovic out towards the right-hand side, heavy touch though there by Mimovic. Manages to hit it off Harry Kane though. Just about, and did well there, Mimovic, and now the right back just has a quick clean the ball under his shirt. Goes it short, volleyed up from Stankovic. And it's a push there, Nico O'Reilly by Dusan Vlahovic. So a free kick to be taken here from Declan Rice. Credit to the Serbia fans who've made the journey this evening, and certainly, I wouldn't say they've been treated so far. It's been comfortable for England, but hoping that their side can give them something this second half. And here is England with Stones. Across the back for Konsa, just behind halfway is James. Kostic approached him, so has to just go safe and back for Ezri Konsa. 10 minutes gone in this second half. England 1, Serbia 0. Here's James in possession again. Looks over the top on the right for Saka. It will bounce to Saka. He's kept himself on side. Saka turns, edge of the box, goes down, and a free kick given against Alexa Terzic. Just a pull on the back of, actually no, flag went up against Saka for offside. So Terzic has got away with that one. So that definitely looked like a pull on Saka, but offside given against Bukayo Saka. So free kick for Rajkovic to take. No, he actually leaves it for Milenkovic to take. And now Serbia under a bit of pressure. Here is Pavlovic. Now down left from Terzic. Nice little flip there from Kostic. Just over halfway, but a heavy touch there from Vlahovic. Now Rice through the middle for Rogers. Square for Kane on the inside left, back for Rogers. First time for Rashford in the box. Rashford's pace, good standard challenge from Milenkovic. Rogers slipped as he was about to pass it. The Declan Rice all take on a shot. We'll never know. Slip from Rogers and the ball just goes out of play. Off his left boot. That was really good quick England play involving Kane, Rogers, then Rashford, tackle from Milenkovic, and Rogers slipped, about to, I think he was going to take on the shot, left-footed, slipped, and it just came off his right foot. Out for a goal kick. And it will be Palovic to start off. Now Rajkovic in on the line, the Serbian error. Lukovic, that's a really nice turn there from Kostic, away from James. Here's Filip Kostic down the left-hand side. James has the pace to keep up with him. And now Kostic needs help. And Anderson across as well. Infield, and it's a good tackle there from Harry Kane. It's a crunching one. He won the ball, and Wembley loves that. The skipper leading by example there on that tackle on Alexa Terzic. And Rashford slows it down just behind halfway now. Looks towards Harry Kane, one end to the other. Kane just barged into by Palovic. The referee was fine with that. That was terrific there from Harry Kane. He just smelt blood. Knew he could win that tackle against Terzic, helping out his teammate. Here's Stankovic. And now Mimovic. Short for Zivkovic. And Phil to Goodell. Goodell just back into the feet of Rajkovic. And now his forward ball chested forward from James. Then Saka just hits it off of Terzic for a throw-in to England. Yeah, Kane had to time that one well. Right on the line in the area. Tackle on Terzic, but yeah, tying it to perfection there. Harry Kane, 58 minutes on the clock. England leading by a goal to 0. And square from Stones. Here's Anderson, right-footed. Nice dummy there from Rashford. And now O'Reilly, midway in the Serbia half. Inside to Rashford. Rashford, 25 yards out, goes to strike, slits, well, it's on target. Very comfortable there for Rajkovic to deal with. Rashford just seems to be feeling his looks to be his left knee at the moment. Yeah, just slipped there, Rashford, as he took on the shot with his right foot. And yeah, a bit of an awkward fall for Rashford. Seconds after taking on that shot. Just has a bit of grass over the top of his right eye. Rashford back on his feet now at least. And Rajkovic short. It's the feet of Palovic. Palovic now just in front of the D is Goodell. Lukic very deep here. And just has to go back to his goalkeeper. Stankovic wants it off of Rajkovic, and England with 13 attempts compared to Serbia's 4 here. Rajkovic long towards Vlahovic. England dominant. They're only a goal up though. Serbia still well in this. Heading towards the hour mark. Whip from Vlahovic towards the inside left. Little poke there from Terzic towards Kostic, but hooked away from James. And it falls to James again. Just knocks it to Rice. His right toe end, and Saka now back into the feet of Conson, and Anderson in between the two centre backs to receive the ball. Anderson turns onto his left foot. Short to his midfield partner Rice. Now James just over halfway for Rogers, just pulling out to the right hand side. Back to James. England comfortable in possession. They'll just won that second though. So hour played, England 1, Serbia 0. Rice on halfway. To the left to O'Reilly. Left foot Rashford. Now O'Reilly continues to run down the left, and it's hit off. That looks like count for the right back. And Mimovic, throw taken from O'Reilly. Here's Stones. Now Conte receives it in the centre circle in the Serbia half. Moves square for James. Forwards on the right for Saka. Facing James and gets it to the right back. Short and square for Anderson. Back for James again. Anderson picks out Rogers midway in the Serbia half on the right hand side. Rogers now forward, left footed pass. What a ball. So Rashford tries to stay composed, but Mimovic there with the tackle. Well, I say that was a brilliant attempted pass there from Morgan Rogers to try and set away Rashford. He got on control, but Mimovic across with the tackle. Serbia in the area. Now Palovic back for Rajkovic. Now Rajkovic leaves it for Pavlovic. Now Pavlovic carries it out the box, holding off Saka. Square for Mimovic. And Zivkovic wants it short, just hits off of Rashford there by Mimovic, and England preparing some substitutions. Bellingham, Foden, a couple of them set to come on. So throw to take it, Mimovic, and Zivkovic controls with his hip, and now Rice fighting to win it back. Again is Zivkovic. Now it's in the Serbia box with Milenkovic. Square for Pavlovic. Now Pavlovic, Saka close by. Now Rajkovic clips it out of his box towards the centre circle. Vlahovic wins the flick on, draws for Kostic. Vlahovic making a run through the middle. Kostic on the left-hand side. Now Kostic into the box. Kostic puts the cross in. Vlahovic flicks it wide. Serbia's best opportunity this evening by a country mile. That was the moment they'd opened up England. Vlahovic won the flick on, head of stones. Kostic then got down the left-hand side, had space to get the cross in, cut it back for Vlahovic and flicked it towards goal. Well, Kostic did everything right. Vlahovic should have done better with that. Tries to be too clever. And his manager, Veljko Paunovic, has turned away in frustration. Still 1-0 to England. Pickford goal kick square for Konsa. Now played out the box for Rodgers. Rodgers turns. Now Rodgers almost dispossessed. Then Anderson steps in, carries it away. Now Saka drops deep. Now Anderson almost got in his way. Now Saka gives it to Rice. Now space for Rice down the left-hand side. Here come England with Declan Rice still on the ball. Now Rodgers edge of the box first time for O'Reilly. Flicks it back for Rice. England left side edge of the box for Rashford. O'Reilly. Tidy feet there from Rodgers now. Was there a raised arm from Rodgers? There was indeed. On a, looks like it was Milenkovic there who received that. Was on the receiving end, that Rodgers raised arm. Well, brushed him on the nose. I would say Milenkovic made a bit of a meal of it, but certainly a free kick now taken from Serbia. And there is Pavlovic on the ball. And now Stankovic whips it long over the top for Kostic to try and get behind. And Konsa goes down. And he was pushed for that. Came off Konsa's hand, but he was pushed. Or it bounced off his hand. It probably came off his hand because he was so off balance from Kostic just nudging into him. Right decision there from the referee. Yeah, there's no nudge. And Konsa would have been in trouble. And yeah, the argument is if Konsa didn't receive that nudge in the back, probably wouldn't have handled it. So, 4 substitutions for England. Abereze is the first man on. It is Henderson, Foden, Bellingham, the other 3 on. Declan Rice, Harry Kane, all coming off it. Morgan Rodgers making way as well. So, yeah, Bellingham, Foden, that will really get the crowd going. Massive of Jude Bellingham. And some people say, did he have to prove himself with the quality shown already in the England shirt? But to Thomas Tuchel, he certainly does. Being omitted from the last squad when fit. He's back in it now, ready to try and cement himself in that starting 11 for the World Cup. So all the substitutions made now for England. And Pickford can take the free kick. So short from Pickford to Stokes. Henderson asking for it. Now gets the square pass. So Rashford Byway was the other player who came off for England, who I did mention initially. Anderson. And just passing it back to Pickford. Now Konsa. Konsa's right foot under a bit of pressure from Lukic, but now nice turn from Foden with his first touch. Foden tackled on halfway from Sasa Lukic. Free kick for England, managing this 1-goal advantage well. I'd love to get more. Henderson short for Bellingham. 25 minutes to go here at Wembley. England 1, Serbia 0. So just looking at the formation, I do wonder if Foden's maybe playing that false 9 role. Lovely ball over the top on the left foot, Eze. And now Bereze. Can't send Eze in behind for Anderson. Anderson tried to square it to Foden. And that surely count for Serbian play. No, it didn't. I thought it did initially. Nice ball from Eze in behind. for Elliot Anderson. Milenkovic, no, it did come off Milenkovic's club teammate in Elliot Anderson. And that is a goal kick for Serbia to be started off from Pavlovic. Really nice pass over Eze to Anderson. Albania have taken lead against Andorra, so Serbia have to do something here. And now lifted forwards. A bit too high though. In the end for Terzic, it was just scooped there from Pavlovic. So Serbia have to try and turn this around at Wembley to give them that real chance of getting that second position. Again, if Serbia can get something from this, then they'll still be in it for the final group game. Yeah, actually, they'll need England to do them a favour against Albania. Here's James, just the front halfway. Now Henderson, tempted the line breaking pass, but cut up from Pavlovic. Now Serbia play it back through Goodell. Now Rajkovic under a bit of pressure from Foden. Yeah, Steffi Foden playing a false nine role. Did play at Man City's title winning season in 2021. England have it back with Anderson. Misplaced pass from Terzic. Now Bellingham. Bellingham, edge of the D now. Foden square in the box for Eze. Eze cuts it back. Anderson pass it towards goal block. Desperate for that first England goal. Ellie Anderson. It is O'Reilly. And now England just under 30 yards out with Konsa. Forwards on the right for James. On the outside of Terzic to Saka. Cuts it back, intercepted. And now Serbia fully clear, but here is O'Reilly to win it high up the pitch. Anderson, O'Reilly, back for Henderson now. Here's Anderson to Henderson. Square for James. Just on the midway in the Serbian half. 68 minutes on the clock. England 1. Serbia 0. Again, England just comfortably in possession here. Here is Eze. Down the left-hand side for O'Reilly. Back with Eze trying to get on the outside of Mimovic. Sticking tight to him is Mimovic, and then throwing one from Eze. Good footwork from him. He's looking alive, Wyatt. It's coming on Eze. So, substitution here for Serbia. Something definitely needs changing for them. So it looks like it'll be Nemanja Goodell off, and on comes Lazar Samazic. So can he come on and try and create some problems? Taken from England, and now back into the feet of Ezri Konsa in the centre circle. Konsa onto his right foot and short for Henderson. And now turn from Bellingham on halfway. Saka just dropping a bit deep to link up with James. Now Bellingham first time, cleared away, but back with Jude Bellingham. Anderson back to Bellingham on the stretch, gives it to Saka on the inside right. Now Henderson on this right hand side, cuts it back for Bellingham. Bellingham low balling, good idea there from Jude Bellingham. Low ball in, easily grasped from the goalkeeper. And a long ball forward, some serving goalkeeper and out of play for an England throw. But yeah, nice first time. Low ball from Bellingham, quickly grasped though from Rajkovic. And 20 minutes to go, Jordan Henderson on the ball. England 1, Serbia 0. Henderson in possession. Is it short and filled for Bellingham? Now out to Reece James. James cuts it back for Bellingham. 30 yards and goal on the inside right. Tiny feet from Bellingham. Again, it's James. Bellingham just moves back to receive it again, but no, James down the right for Saka. Henderson inside for Bellingham. Tidy feet again from Bellingham. Bellingham now carry it into the box. Square for James. Lovely fit to Bellingham. Bellingham slow ball towards Eze. Good clearance there from Milenkovic. Some great football, though, from the three lines. That would have been a terrific goal. Terrific team goal would have been Bellingham inside in the box for James. Flicked it forward to Bellingham. Bobbled across the face of goal. Almost found Eze. Cleared in the nick of time by Milenkovic. And will be a corner kick on the left-hand side for England. Actually, it's on the right-hand side, I should say. Saka to deliver this one. So Saka, it's an outswing headed down to the ground, well wide though. At the back post from Ezri Konsa. Yeah, Saka got good whip on it, but there's a tight angle for Konsa at the back stick. And a goal kick for Serbia to take. Will be Pavlovic to take it. Now Terzic down the left, held up from Kostic, back for Terzic. Terzic now over halfway, burst past Anderson. Alexa Terzic. Terzic out to the right hand side. And now Zivkovic cuts in. Zivkovic on his outside. It's a clip cross from Mimovic to Vlahovic. Vlahovic heads off target. Ball still in play. Kostic hits it off of Pickford. And will that be a corner kick? I think so. And that was a good move there from Serbia. Started off ready from Terzic. Bring it over halfway. Zivkovic had the run this outside on the overlap. It's lifted in. And actually, I think Kostic hit it off Pickford when it was already out of play. So I thought a corner was given initially. It is not. It is a goal kick to England. And Stones now gives it to Pickford. Here's Henderson, first time right-footed. And now here come England with Stones. Eze, nice turn, just behind halfway. That rolls here for Anderson, square for James. James now, just over halfway. Question pass back from Saka to Henderson. Is it 6 yards to James? James controls now. Henderson infield for Bellingham, just level with the centre circle. Bellingham to Anderson. England still midfield now. Bellingham into the attacking midfield zone where Foden is on the inside right. Now James moves it back for Bellingham. Henderson just inside the centre circle with Konsa. Rolls it just over halfway for Jude Bellingham. Bellingham lifts it over the top towards Eze. Headed away, drops it for Foden just behind the D, but Serbia can clear away for Pavlovic. Now Stankovic controls the push there on Pavlovic. A free kick for Serbia, taken quickly from Stankovic. And now quick play from Serbia, over halfway. Now it's here with number 14 Zivkovic, and Zivkovic sprays that out to the left, too far behind Terzic though. And that will be a throw for England. And now England's on the left hand side with Eze. Eze, good tackle there from Zivkovic. Now Zivkovic had Samazic close to him, but actually goes backwards on the right into the feet of Mimovic. Now Serbia inside their box with Pavlovic. Stankovic gives the way to James. James in the attacking third edge of the box. James cuts it onto his right foot. Inside to Saka, lays off Henderson. Henderson's cross, header wide for Foden. Great chance for England to double their advantage. Henderson, first time delivery on the inside right. It was an outswinging ball from Jordan Henderson. And I'll tell you what, Foden reacted quickly. Don't think he was expecting that cross to go on his head at the near post. He had to react quickly, as I said, just diverted the header off target. Serbia go long from the goal kick. It's been chased down here from Vlahovic, but in the end O'Reilly gets to it. And back to Jordan Pickford. Now on the ball, it is John Stones. Quarter now left there at Wembley. England 1, Serbia 0. Bukayo Saka with that past volley in the first half on the 28th minute. Serbia win the ball in the England half. It was a late challenge on from Sasa Lukic on Jude Bellingham, according to the referee. Certainly Lukic and his teammates strongly disagree with that. So free kick to be taken here by, I think, Reece James fancies taking this one. 10 yards behind halfway in the England inside right. Actually, no, James walks away from it. I think it will be Konsa just to start off. We probably might go short for Pickford. So Serbia bringing on the subs. Sasa Lukic off. And on comes Marko Grujic. Next off is Alexa Terzic. And on this place is Luka Jovic, so it'll be Vlahovic and Jovic, I imagine. And the last player on for Serbia is Nemanja Radonic. So those subs now made. England can take the free kick. Here with Konsa. Back to Jordan Pickford. And rolled it short for Konsa again. Unlocked halfway, Ezri Konsa into the Serbia half. Now Konsa looks by his side and actually go forward to Saka. Infield for Bellingham, nice piece of Kovic by way of the other player count for Serbia. Bellingham, edge of the box, still Jude Bellingham. Good tackle there from Pavlovic, and now Pavlovic needs options. Has to go behind him, first time pass. Infield to Stankovic by Kostic. Now Stankovic clears it away. Cushion pass there from James. Henderson's pass comes off Radonic, and then Bellingham keeps his balance. James now plays it in behind for Saka on the byline. Saka clips in Eze, couldn't take it on the volley. Anderson in the box, Anderson tiny feet, Anderson tries to squirm it to Eze, and it comes off Mimovic, and that will be a corner kick for England. Really good pass there from James, breaking the lines. Saka on the byline, it reached Anderson, tiny feet from Anderson to keep it away from two players, and just hits off Mimovic for a corner kick for England, to be taken on the left-hand side. So seems to be Phil Foden. Fancies an outswinger from the left for England. So Phil Foden delivers left-footed head away from Milenkovic. Midway inside the Serbia half, Saka comes to it, turns, rolls it forwards for Konsa. Guides it for Bellingham, back for Anderson. Henderson again, Elliot Anderson. Square to Saka. England midway inside the Serbia half. Now Bellingham right in the centre, trying to slide through for Anderson. Cleared away though from Pavlovic. O'Reilly first line for Foden, his Man City teammate. Inside now to Bellingham. Bellingham in the deep. Bellingham high strike. Miles over the bar into the England crowd. I think Bellingham just has a little laugh about it. Again, just got to keep in high spirits sometimes. You know that was an awful strike from him. Great feat though to make that strike from Bellingham. Yeah, just simply couldn't keep it down. In awful conditions at Wembley. Rain still hammer it down here in London. Short goal kick from Pavlovic now. The goalkeeper Rajkovic towards the left-hand side. Faint flick on there from Radonic. Now James back for Konsa. Here's Jordan Pickford. Pickford left-footed. Roll through the middle. Anderson being chased down from Luka Jovic and quickly given to Konsa. Anderson now a bit more space for him on the ball. 79 minutes played. England 1, Serbia 0. As it stands, Serbia are having the chance of second place being taken away from them, with Albania leading. So Henderson now goes for the diagonal over the top to Eberi Eze. Eze now edge of the box on the left, facing up Mimovic. Eze short, Anderson inside left, and now chance of Foden, the D. Foden strike block. Anderson drops to him. Anderson just couldn't control, and Bellingham was alone in the centre of the 6-yard box. Anderson just couldn't get that touch right. As they cut it back for Anderson, square for Foden. His shot deflected off Milenkovic. Anderson at the back post, just miscontrolled, left-footed. 10 minutes to go here at Wembley. England leading by a goal to 0 against Serbia. Looking to keep hold of 100% and the clean sheet record under Thomas Tuchel in this qualifying. Here's Luka Jovic over halfway. Rolls it forwards on the left-hand side now. Here's Radonic. Inside towards Jovic. Breaks towards Jovic. Jovic strike block from Henderson. And a shot just wide on the volley. Great opportunity there. Pass towards goal by Samardzic. Serbia's best chance to even, I would say. Shot from Jovic blocked, and it was attempted. It was actually, that was a carbon copy of Saka's volley in the first half there by Samardzic. Well, the technique was, but only difference is that that volley didn't go to the back of net. Pickford was full stretch though. Very relieved to see that go past his right post. As it stands, England's clean sheet record is still intact. Now Bellingham just over halfway after England built it short from the back. Bellingham now tries to link up with Saka. Saka takes heavy touch, but now gets the ball back. James. Halfway in Serbia territory. Henderson back for James. And now by the centre circle is Konsa. Anderson on the half turn for Henderson. Right on the halfway line, Henderson pings it too far there for James to even try to attempt to get to that pass from Henderson. And Serbia take the short goal kick to Pavlovic. Now back to Rajkovic. Again, Pavlovic inside his area, turns under pressure from Bellingham. Pavlovic clears on his far as James. Knocks it forward right foot to Henderson, back inside to James, first time Saka. He tried to roll it towards Foden, but Foden was just standing in the centre rather than running onto it. So now long from Rajkovic. Chested down from Vlahovic. Here's Samardzic, nice skill to put through legs of Anderson. Now picks up Jovic in the centre. Look at Jovic, and now out to left hand side where Serbia now getting into the box, but it's a really good tackle there on Radonic, and England clear their lines now. Bellingham chasing the ball down, gets to it behind halfway. Good standing challenge there from Pavlovic. Now Pavlovic a little step over himself. Short for Kostic. Inside to Jovic, and now in the Serbian midfield. Good tackle there from Foden though on Samardzic. And now O'Reilly. O'Reilly short for Foden on halfway. O'Reilly making a run behind, now just stops it. Foden 6 yards in the Serbia half. Tackle there from Samardzic, and now it is Stankovic just behind him. Now here's Grujic on the ball. Grujic goes back here for Kostic, who's just deep inside his half just to play daisy cutter across to Mimovic. And Mimovic to Grujic. Here's Mimovic, and now Rajkovic rolls it to his left, and Pavlovic forwards. Nice little deft touch there from Vlahovic, and now Kostic over halfway. Good work there from Pickford to quickly calm his goal and clear before Radonic can get there. Now Saka turns on halfway, and here come England. Saka to Bellingham. Space opening up now. Bellingham just too far in front of Saka. But again, good work there from Pickford, doing a sweeper keeper job. England tried to turn it into attack down the right, but broke up between Saka and Bellingham. Samardzic. Now here is Serbia pinging it out to the left-hand side through Grujic. Now Radonic can take on James. Radonic pass in the box, flicked up for himself, and Vlahovic over the bar. Serbia having opportunities now. And another opportunity for Vlahovic in this second half. England just backing off. Pass of Vlahovic flicked up for himself, and it came off the roof of Pickford's net when Vlahovic took the volley on. And Adam Wharton to come on shortly again. The England appearance number 2. Great performance from Elliot Anderson as always. Three-line shirt. Feels like it's his shirt to lose in that midfield pivot. So Adam Wharton on the pitch, and the talent England having. Adam Wharton, he was sort of that young becoming mould. He still is obviously, but that big young becoming player who's going to definitely take the place. But Elliot Anderson's coming and done that at the moment. So Stone starts off the goal kick with 5 minutes left. So Filip Kostic on a yellow card by away for Serbia. Kostic heads away. And now England with Wharton. Gives the way though to Grujic. Now Grujic down the right hand side. And now Radonic gets to it. James chasing him down. Radonic, heavy touch. And he'll take that one out of play. Good pressure though from Reece James, making the space as minimal as possible for Radonic down that left flank. England will be desperate to see this one out. Again, just over 4 minutes of normal time left. England 1, Serbia 0. Reece James to take the throw. James now looking down the left-hand side as Henderson as a short option. Now goes for Saka as his other one. Volleys it up into the air. Headed square from Grich, miscontrol from Bellingham in the centre of the England half, breaks here for O'Reilly. Now Bellingham making movement behind halfway on the left. Bellingham now, getting into his stride, Bellingham coming forwards here, Bellingham just in behind Eze, finds Foden, flicks up in the air, Eze touching towards goals off the bar, and it can't break for Bellingham. Vital touch there from Rajkovic to keep his side in the game. Goes long towards Vlahovic, headed down to the ground there from Stones. That was a great save from Predrag Rajkovic. Again, lovely flick from Foden. Eze, perfect touch, hit it down to the ground, but came off Rajkovic's hand. That diverts it off on the underside of the bar. And England now have it in the half with James. Cuts in just behind the centre circle. Henderson to Wharton. Back here for John Stones. Now Stones just rolls it calmly in the D for Pickford. Pickford onto his left foot. Clips it now just over halfway for Iberia Eze to take with his hip. Now Eze trying to get on the outside of Mimovic. Mimovic wins that battle. Turns it back for Milenkovic. Milenkovic right-footed, right side of his boxes. Rajkovic goes direct towards right hand side now, headed away from O'Reilly. Is Bellingham in a bit of space. Bellingham sets away Eze. Eze into the box. Eze now in the centre for Foden. Foden surrounded though by blue shirts, and Pavlovic wins the tackle. Pavlovic, that pass is too heavy though towards Samardzic. Lovely turn there from O'Reilly against the Serbia number 20. Henderson to Eze. Back for Henderson. He's been everywhere since he's come on. What a season he's having at Brentford. Who certainly is the price package in the Premier League. Brentford. Now O'Reilly. O'Reilly turns, and it's actually O'Reilly's Man City only team to beat Brentford at their home ground this season in the Premier League. And Mimovic concedes the throw over Serbia. Good pressure there from Perez. That chip ball from Foden motor goes exquisite for Eze, and Eze just got the touch, right-footed, came off Rajkovic, and yeah, just took it onto the underside of the bar. Vital touch there from Predrag Rajkovic. And Eze just looks the heavens of frustration. Minute and a half of normal time left. England 1, Serbia 0. Serbia then get an equaliser. It will go down to the final day, and they then would rely on England for favours. Albania leading against Andorra at the moment. England win the ball high up the pitch. Bellingham heads to Saka, tries to cut it back from Foden, can't find him. And now Grujic into Samardzic. Now Samardzic, that's a really good ball to be chased down here. And a chance to Serbia. Great tackle though from Ezri Konsa. Big opportunity there for Radonic. In behind, perfect ball from Samardzic. Radonic, I thought he had the run on Konsa. Got across though, the nick of time, Konsa to make that tackle. And we're now into the last minute of normal time at Wembley. England 1, Serbia 0. Konsa into the feet of Saka. Saka being aggressively pressed here from Kostic. Now Saka makes a bit of room for himself. Gives it to Konsa. Bellingham deep inside the England half. Bellingham loses out against Pavlovic. Now Bellingham wins it back. And here's Jude Bellingham. Bellingham, right footed. Nice line breaking pass to Foden. Here come England. Space running to Foden now. Looks to his left. Rolls to Eze. Eze! Oh, it's exquisite. He'll score this one. And looks up to the heavens in delight this time. And that is game, set and match for England. Iberia Eze, exquisite. First time finish with his left foot. Albania won and Andorra by a way, so Serbia's chances of getting second are over. Terrific strike there for Iberia Eze. Bellingham won the ball back off of Pavlovic. He thought he tackled Bellingham successively. Then Foden through the middle, roll it to his left. Eze first time, top corner. Cool as you like, and two top quality finishes from England this evening. Fantastic there by Iberia Eze. As England fan with it on the World Cup in the crowd. We're hoping he can see his side do that next summer. Well, it's rainy conditions tonight. Well, it's rainy conditions at the American Club World Cup in the summer, so hoping for different as well. Hoping he can see Iberia Eze do more of that in America. What a strike. And yeah, game over at Wembley. England 2, Serbia 0. 4 minutes of stoppage time by away and a minute of them played. Oh, VAR going to have a check. And was that an offside against Eze? Or was it actually no, Eze was onside. Looking, did Bellingham foul his man? I didn't see anything for Bellingham. Pavlovic was appealing that shirt was pulled or he's pushed, but I think that was really soft yet. And rightfully not overturned. So England are 2-0 up here. And now Vlahovic dispossessed from O'Reilly, who's been flawless this evening. What a game he's had. Eze gives the way, but it's actually going to be England throw anyway. But yeah, Eze, I think people won't mind Eze giving that one away. That strike he pulled off a moment ago. Well, Velko, Pavlovic is actually yellow carded. Probably he thought his man was fouled in the build-up. Nothing given though. Wharton. And now Foden, first time to Bellingham, who played his part in that goal. Foden just in front halfway, midway into the 4 minutes of stoppage time. Pinged out to the inside right to Saka. Saka now calmly in field for Henderson. Saka again just lays it back for Henderson. Bellingham now right-footed, back on halfway with Konsa. Foden first time to Wharton. England just in front of the centre circle. Wharton square with his right. O'Reilly again to Wharton, back to O'Reilly. Now it's in England half with Stones, and England just comfortably sealing out this game. And just roll back to Jordan Pickford. Pickford strokes it, left-footed across his box to Ezri Konsa. Konsa now back to Pickford. Looks to his left at the moment, now looking in front of him, Pickford. Seeing what the best option is around him. Actually clip it towards the inside right, just behind halfway. Saka turns his man. And now can England get number 3? Saka towards the feet of Bellingham. 25 yards to go. Now Eze trying to get his second cuts in. Eze flicks it through for Bellingham. And it's had to be cleared behind from Pavlovic for a corner. Bellingham's eyes lit up. Thought could get to it. But Eze has been absolutely brilliant since he's come on the pitch. He's made I said from the start, he's made a real difference since coming on, just to up that England attack. So corner kick for England on the left-hand side. 20 seconds remaining here at Wembley. England 2, Serbia 0. And Serbia are heading away from second place now. Foden's corner in and away at the near post. There's a foul though on Milenkovic. So a free kick for Serbia, and the final whistle should go any second. Henderson just letting the referee know his feelings that he felt it wasn't a free kick. Now free kick taken short, and that is the last touch of the game. England keep up their 100% record and their clean sheet record in this group. Just flawless stuff for Thomas Tuchel's men. It's all over for Serbia. Albania have won in Andorra, so Serbia are out of the running for second. It's Albania's, and they meet England on Sunday. 2 brilliant finishes from England this evening. Bukayo Saka